Medusa, the daughter of Perseus, the sea god, and Sato, was the youngest sister of the three Gorgon sisters, Stheno, Uriel, and herself. These three sisters were terrifying beings. Their faces were monstrous, their voices sent shivers down the spine, and a single glance could make any human faint from fear. But Medusa was different. Unlike her sisters, who were born as monsters, Medusa possessed extraordinary beauty. It was said that no woman in the world could rival her beauty. Her golden, shining hair, star-like eyes, and graceful movements made both mortals and gods speak of her beauty. From a young age, Medusa grew up in an environment full of joy and adventure alongside her best friend, Iphicles. Medusa always worshipped Athena, the goddess of wisdom, war, and justice. Athena was a symbol of courage, intelligence, and purity to her. Medusa wished to one day become as brave and wise as Athena. As time passed, Medusa's beauty grew even more breathtaking. However, she never sought the attention of men. She had only one wish, to become the high priestess of Athena's temple. She knew that to attain this position, she would need to devote herself entirely to Athena, remain pure, and never fall into the temptations of the world. But within Iphicles, her best friend, a secret love had grown. For years he kept this feeling hidden, knowing that Medusa had a soul too noble to engage in worldly relationships. One day, while they were walking by the sea, he decided to confess his feelings. With a trembling voice and hopeful eyes, he told Medusa that he loved her and wanted to be by her side forever. Medusa responded with a kind and sincere smile, embracing him tightly. "I love you too." But when she released him from her embrace, her smile faded. She placed her hand on Iphicles' face and said, "But our love can never be real. I have something that requires all of me." She then took Iphicles to Athena's temple and explained her desire to become the high priestess. Iphicles, heartbroken, supported Medusa with all his love. He understood that Medusa's happiness was more important than his own. Medusa reached the appropriate age and joined the temple to serve Athena. The training was tough. Priests had to exemplify discipline, wisdom, and purity, for Athena was a goddess of cleanliness and commitment. Medusa put in her best effort and soon became a respected priestess. Her behavior was flawless, and thus she was called the perfect priestess. Her beauty and dedication spread her fame among the temple's followers. The men in the temple were captivated by her sacred movements and beauty, but they knew that Medusa would never return their love. They admired her from afar. Gradually, Medusa's unmatched beauty spread throughout Athens, and many came to the temple just to see her. Athena saw everything from the heights of Mount Olympus. One day, while Medusa was performing a daily ritual, thousands of joyful followers entered the temple. Athena watched her temple with joy, but suddenly she heard a loud voice from the crowd. "Medusa, you are more beautiful than Athena. Even your hair is more beautiful than the hair of the goddess you worship." Athena became angry. She realized that people were no longer praising her, but were only coming to see Medusa. This upset her, but at that moment she said nothing. She knew Medusa was not at fault and had broken no vows. However, among the gods, Poseidon, the god of the sea, saw an opportunity to take advantage of the situation. He had long been Athena's enemy. When Athena triumphed and founded the city of Athens, Poseidon harbored a deep grudge. Poseidon noticed Athena's distress and saw an opportunity for revenge. He knew the temple's fame was dependent on the behavior of its priests, and the best way to strike Athena was to disgrace her perfect priestess, Medusa. For days, Poseidon observed Medusa. But over time, even Poseidon was captivated by her beauty, though revenge remained more important. One day, as Medusa walked along the shore, she suddenly heard a deep voice call her name. Startled, she looked around and saw Poseidon emerging from the waves. Poseidon tried to deceive Medusa into being with him, but Medusa, loyal to Athena, refused. In his fury, Poseidon took her by force, declaring that the decision was not hers to make. Medusa struck Poseidon in the face and ran toward Athena's temple, but Poseidon followed her. In the temple, where Medusa fell at the feet of Athena's statue, he raped her. When Athena became aware of this, she stormed to the temple, but instead of supporting Medusa, she blamed her. Athena said that Medusa's beauty and pride had drawn the attention of men and gods, and that she was responsible for the assault. Medusa, broken and hopeless, did not defend herself but felt guilty. Athena, in her anger, decided to punish her. With a terrible spell, she transformed Medusa's appearance. Her hair turned into poisonous snakes. Her face became monstrous and her appearance completely changed. At that moment, Medusa collapsed in the temple, tears streaming down her face, for she no longer had her former purity. That night, Iphicles came to the temple searching for her. When he saw her crying, he approached her, but Medusa screamed, "Don't come near. I don't want you to see me." But Iphicles ignored her and placed his hand on her shoulder. Suddenly, one of the snakes on her head bit him. Medusa jumped back in horror, and as her gaze met Iphicles' eyes, he turned to stone. She embraced the statue of her friend with her hands and cried out loudly. She couldn't believe she had lost him. Eventually, Medusa fled the city. The people, now seeing her as a monster, pursued her in fear and horror. Anyone who ventured to follow Medusa never returned. Years later, Perseus, a brave young man, was sent to kill Medusa. Using divine tools, a shiny mirror, an invisible helmet, a sharp sword and wings, he approached Medusa and ultimately severed her head. From Medusa's blood, two creatures were born, Pegasus, the winged horse, and Chrysaor, a giant. Perseus presented Medusa's head to Athena, who mounted it on her shield, ensuring it would remain a symbol of fear and power. Thank you for staying with me through this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. To support me, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, like the video if you liked it, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss my videos. There's nothing else left to say, so until the next video, farewell.